Hi guys, welcome back to RRC, and I think this is 1.5, this video, continuation of the Tamiya Volvo FH16 is Volvo 750 tow truck. So sort of the theme of these videos, guys, I'm just trying to explain anyone who's thinking of building these and feels a little bit overwhelmed, or you know, maybe not sure about something. I'm going to try. I mean, I'm no expert at it, but I've built a few trucks now, so kind of getting to know the way things work. So in the last video we covered up to section 23 of page 12, which was the rear suspension. I've seen that in the last video. So in this one, it's we're now on bag D, and bag D, these numbers here cover from section 24 to 30, and it's just the gearbox, guys. Now I know a lot of you have seen me do gearboxes on here before, but as I say, for people who haven't done it, or just drop by the channel and just need to look at something that they may be questioning themselves on, it might be helpful to them. So that's what this video is going to be all about, guys, is building the gearbox. So let's get on with it. So the parts we're going to need for this, guys, where we start on section 24 is going to be the support plates of the gearbox plate A, and obviously the one with B, and some of these bars that will support them plates. So I'm going to get all these bits together, guys, and I'll get you back on. Okay guys, that's all the little bits for this section we need, so we can crack on now. So this is the shift, the rod. Well, it's a guide more than I think, for your gear selection. It sits along there and moves along that. So we can just go ahead and put that in there. Now these little images of a little, oh, you see that, guys, sorry, but these here are just the Tamiya thread lock. I'm going to use this thread lock, so it's a lot easier than putting a screwdriver in and dabbing it on, in my opinion anyway. This is just your bearing housing. Again, thread lock on these little screws. And then you can just go ahead and put these bars on. Okay guys, there are 4 bars, but the last one gets fitted after you put the gearing in, so that's why that's not on at the moment. And now it's actually, we're building up the selector shafts and putting the actual gearing together, so I can just stay there for a minute. I'm going to be using ceramic grease. In the last video I was telling you about the Tamiya axle grease, but I haven't got enough of this. So this is the selector shaft, guys, we're going to be putting together now. So got our little favourite clips on here, our E-clips. So guys, I'm just going to put one of the selector forks on there just to try and make it a bit easier to get these clips in. I haven't put any grease on yet. I'll do it when I get these clips on, because it just gets a bit messy otherwise. Get it started, and then, because what you don't want to be doing is marking the shaft with your pliers. So there's another one to go on there. Okay, so there on. Put a bit of grease on there. Doesn't need loads, guys, just a smear. And then just make sure that observe the way these selector shafts go on. This is selector fork, sorry. Make sure you work the grease inside them forks, guys. Just like that. Okay, that's the selector fork made up. Now it's time for making the actual gear shaft A up. Okay guys, that's gear shaft A made up there. Okay guys, we're on to section 26 now. They don't really give it a name in the manual that I can see at this moment. So it recommends that you don't change these brass bearings for ball bearings, ball race bearings, sorry. I don't know what the reason for that is, but Tamiya have made a note of that. I have done it in the past, and I've mentioned this before. I think I did it on the Grand Hauler, but I haven't had any problems. But I'm just going to go with Tamiya's recommendations on this. But these have to be super glued into the hub, because they are a loose fit. So let's get on with that. Doesn't need a lot of super glue. I just usually put a few dots on either side. Okay guys, that should have gone off enough now to start putting it onto the shaft. Before we do that, so circle it in the middle, some grease on there. Okay guys, that's the gear shaft B completed now. So these are just the bearing housings, guys. Pop in there. I've already put a bearing in there. A little tricky bit, guys, just getting these forks lined up. Okay, should put my gloves on for that. Bit more grease on here. Okay guys, that's the gearbox. It's got to be greased up. I'll get all this greased up guys, I'll get you back on. Mighty TR tuned motor, 35 tooth. Okay guys, get this motor fitted. Don't forget to put your little cardboard gasket. The only thing I would say is the sense of it, even though it's got like these little notches there, you can see them guys, it still doesn't match the motor, so it still flops around. It'd be nice if Tamiya made that fit, and that way it wouldn't keep getting in the way when you're trying to get the screws in. Just get that through there. Hopefully you'll be able to get this screw started without it falling out. Okay. I'll just nip it up. So guys, when you're meshing this cog up there, bear with me a second, just get that gasket around so I can see the screw. I'll probably better get that other one in before we go into any detail. Okay, the distance between the motor body and the end of the shaft is 13 millimeters, well, approximately, which just puts it practically in line with the thickness of the cog. Now, you don't need this jammed right the way in to the cogs. It doesn't have to be a tight fit, so you just want to be looking, just meshing it where there's a little bit of a gap at the bottom of it, and then nip it up, and it should move quite freely. Now I did forget to put the washer on this screw, but I took it off and done it again off camera, so just in case you think you've missed the washer there, I did, but I've noticed it. Okay guys, that's the motor on now, so now it's all there is the plastic cover to go on there, and that will be our gearbox complete. Okay guys, that's the gearbox complete. Okay guys, I'll get it into the frame now. These have got to be a distance between each other of 35 mil. This is the gear shift linkage, and I just used the manual guys as a measurement for that. And that looks about right, that link. Using this, what's left of the thick grease, put on the ends of the drive shaft there. Okay, as long as that doesn't move, it should be good. Okay guys, there's just one more thing to do to complete the gearbox section, and that's to fit this bracket. Okay guys, let's just get you a little bit closer. So that's it guys, that's the gearbox fitted. The drive shaft, it's a hell of a long drive shaft, or prop shaft, or you'd like to call that. Motor fitted in this bracket. The link fitted for the gear shift change just there. Getting difficult to get it into frame now. Connected to the servo. So that's it for this video guys, hope you've enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.